forecast. It's a strawberry full moon in Sagittarius, and there's so much that you need to know. We're gonna do a reading, but first, the reading is really deep. But before I even get into the read, I want us to move our bodies, So we're gonna do what I do in all of my dance workshops, all of my virtual workshops. It's called the S.T.E.A.M routine and the hand mudra dance. These open my workshops or close them, and they're really good at getting your energy and emotions grounded and stable and focused on the energies and the vibrations you do want to call in. But before we get to the movement, let me tell you 5 things that you must know about this full moon, okay? 5 things you need to know about this full moon. 1, there's going to be a need to be very flexible around this time. There's going to be a lot of changes that you actually are manifesting. Changes you have been working on and desiring and calling in. At this time, they're going to begin to manifest. So my tip to you is to be very clear on what it is you want to attract in, okay? Because it's going to bring a change, not just in your vibration, but in your life, okay? Huge shift. So be very flexible, meaning be ready for things to flip out of nowhere. But it'll be in your favor. But when you're not expecting it, it can kind of throw you off. Now you know. What you need to know about this full moon. Number 2. Long-held beliefs that no longer serve you, and unfortunately, this includes people and places, are going to be released at this time. That also has to do with flexibility. However, I don't want to say you don't have control over this. I want to say that this happening is really divine. So, Spirit wants you to not stress, not worry, not panic as things fall off and fall away that you no longer need. Now, for some of you, that could create fear. If you've been in a career for a very long time and now you're like, oh shit, I feel like I'm being called somewhere else, and you're nervous, this is the time to let go of that fear. Maybe you've been in a very long relationship that's not good, and you're afraid to let it go. Well, at this time, under the influence of this full moon, you won't have a choice. If it no longer serves you, Divine is going to slowly shift it away, or them. Okay? So just be ready for that. It may put you into emotional states, but now that you know, you can kind of begin to start to ground your energy and prepare for anything like that, because honestly, all last month, you've been seeing what needs to go. Now this month is just going to happen. Okay, it's going to be confirmed. Okay, full moon tip that you need to know to better harness this full moon as a tribe. Number 3, your physical health is going to be important around this time. Pay attention to your physical health. That's why we're going to start with a S.T.E.A.M routine and a hand mudra dance, because this age of cyberspace causes a lot of people to sit around a lot and not move. Even with opportunities to move online, people still will not engage. They'll even come up with excuses like, I'd rather do it in person. But do they go out and do it in person? No. So this full moon that reached its peak at 11:34 p.m. last night is going to urge you to pay attention to your physical body at this time, as you are going to feel moved to release toxic things that are inside. So that could mean changing how you eat, stopping addictions or habits that are toxic to your system, that are not allowing you to get increased energy, and most important, finding time to rest. Okay, when you get it, take it. What you need to know about this full moon, number 4. It's a sweet time. It's a strawberry moon. You know, of course, that's not why it's called a strawberry moon, but I take it as sweet and ripe for the picking. That means it's like something that has been growing is now ready. That's how I feel. That's how I take it. That's how my spirit guides are showing me the energy. And this is going to be a time to really, really enjoy your life as your authentic self, taking into account everything you desire. So this full moon is giving you way to seeing what it is you truly want. And it's also going to drive you to want to live it, to want to breathe it, to no longer yearn for what you want, but to bring it into fruition. So enjoy life authentically, live your life, do you, whatever it is that you desire, call it in, vibrate to that energy, and it will manifest. It's a sweet time. The universe is a loving, giving universe. And last but not least, number 5. Under the energy of this full moon, Sagittarius is about being direct. Sagittarius is about aiming and hitting their mark. So that should let you know this full moon is going to have a lot to do with real. So truth is going to be important in speaking your truth and being able to hear and accept the truth. That's difficult as well. But under this energy, the truth cannot hide. So you'll be faced with, as well as feel like, unleashing truths at this time. Don't stop yourself. If it's something you need to say, say it. If someone needs to say something to you, open ears, listen, accept their truth. It doesn't have to become yours. That's what people forget. Somebody else's truth doesn't have to be yours, but live in yours and be willing to listen to the truths of others. And that's going to also change your vibration and loosen up challenges, because when you're trying to move forward and be authentic, but you have a lot of things that are still clinging to your vibration, or you have a lot of truths you're not willing to face or willing to share, you kind of are self-sabotaging yourself. So this full moon is giving you a chance to help yourself instead of wreck yourself. You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. I'm sorry, I'm ghetto. But anyway, those are the 5 things you need to know about this strawberry moon. Now, before I get to the general reading for the tribe and then the 4 pick a pal for everyone, we're going to do the steam routine and the hand mudra dance to get our energy settled. And then you'll just be looking at my hands. Stand with your feet grounded. Follow me. Deep breath in. Just feel it cleanse your spirit of the body. And make sure you breathe. Breathe here. Get some love from our earth again. Visualize water or sands just coming and energy the other way. Nice step. Clear. Now let's send it out our energy. Now, open to receive your blessings. Send love out. Open to receive your blessings. Step together. Little switch up here. Instead of removing obstacles, because we're not facing any. We're sending love out because we're in a state of gratitude, receiving all deserved. Smile. Give some love back to Mama Earth. Same feet. Send that love out again and take some love in from the universe. Send it out. Hands to your heart. Step behind yourself and give that love back to Earth for being a steady resource and light in our lives, unapologetically and unrelentingly. Walk with me. Give, receive. Receive. Take some loving from Mama Earth. Dance with your ancestors. Thank your spirit guides for guiding you here. And the divine. And then take that love and light in, up through your chakras, all the way up to the soul star, and breathe out clearing. And in, and release. Stay with your hands by your sides, open to receive. Gonna go right into the hand mudra dance. Breathe. Gonna be breathing in through your nose, out through your mouth. Open to receive. Self-trust. If it's not easy breathing through your nose, then use your mouth. Activate that heart chakra, push out. Release, contract. Release, contract. Release. Gonna go to the throat chakra, freedom. To speak. Breathe in. Exhale, communicating with love from the heart. Walk with me side to side. 2, 1, 2, and lotus. Unconditional love and beauty. Breathe. Close your fingers. Put the left thumb over the right. Bring it into the solar plexus. Wake up that solar plexus. Contract. Release. Contract. Release. Contract. Release. Contract. Release. Up. Go on to spiritual growth. Breathe. Exhale. Relax your shoulders. Open up your hands for the energy between heart supported. Breathe in. Exhale and walk with me. Step lightly on the earth. We're gonna go to self-love. Heart chakra, hand to the root, to the earth, actually the earth star chakra. Ready? Taking a deep breath and exhale on the up. Bring them together. Open them up. Universal light, flip them up. Soul star chakra, breathe in. Exhale. Divine light. Walk in it. And surrender. Let go and let go. Hand mudra for service to humanity. As a light worker, take it up. Because as a light worker, you're also in service and a vessel for the divine. Let's go to the reading. Hey everybody, that felt really good doing the STEAM routine and the hand mudra dance with you guys. I hope that you will add that to your full moon rituals, that maybe it'll be something you do all the time, you know? In 1 minute. There we go. Just wanted to get rid of the extra shadows. So this read's a little different today. Usually I give a general reading using the moon cards, and usually you get a pick of how using the moon cards, maybe. This full moon made me feel like you need a lot of advice. Maybe last month was confusing. Things may have occurred at the end of the month that made you go, what? That's not how I thought I was going into June, you know? Or things got shaken up in your life where you're like, okay, now what? So there's going to be a bunch, each of these decks, let me be clear, each of these piles, have a tarot set in there, but they're primarily all the cards I use to give advice in my readings. So they're all advice cards in my book. And I felt very called to Egyptian energy today. So I don't know if some of you are like me with past lifetimes in Egypt, ancient Egypt, or you just, maybe in this lifetime you have a connection, or you're just really drawn to that culture. But I was called to use the Egyptian tarot and Egyptian gods cards in this 4-pile reading. So right now I'm going to do the general reading, and I'm going to use the Zodiac Moon deck. I'm going to use Herbal Astrology deck, and I'm going to use the Queen of the Moon deck. So what these are going to tell you as a tribe is what are going to be key features this full moon is going to bring into our lives. I would say next 2 weeks. This energy will be potent for the next 2 weeks. So let's see, what is the vibe for the tribe under this full moon? Where will the tribe find most of their energy is going to be focused, or most of their lessons are going to come from, or blessings? Okay, we got 2. 3. I'll take it. Okay, initially I thought about taking 4, and then I switched. So, first card you got is Eclipse in Taurus, reevaluation, a change of heart. So this full moon is going to have you reevaluating things that you thought was set in stone, things that you love, things that you were like, this will never change, this will always be. And now you're going to be reevaluating it. Okay, something else is going to be coming into your vision under this full moon, or into your mind, or into your desires in a certain area of your life. It's going to eclipse something that you thought was stuck in stone, or something that you never wanted to or thought would ever change. And you're going to realize that now you've outgrown it, now you've changed your heart, and you are feeling drawn to reevaluate where you're placing your energy. Okay. You also have Sun in Libra, harmony, enjoy life with music, love, and romance. So tribe, this full moon next 2 weeks is going to have you yearning for a partnership. If you are single, there's someone coming in the next 2 weeks. Maybe you'll get invited on a date, I'm feeling, or you're going to feel the urge to invite someone out on a date. I do see opportunities to enjoy life, to go out dancing, to have romance happening in your life, happening in the next 2 weeks. Also, for some of you, not everybody, I see a commitment coming in the next 2 weeks that deepens. And I also, for some of you, not everybody, I see a relationship that didn't look so good, blossoming into something very, very beautiful. Okay. Think of a relationship that people, maybe you like someone, or you're with someone, or you're thinking about someone, and people are like, kind of like, no, that is going to change in the next 2 weeks. Okay. And lastly, you have Moon in Capricorn, accomplishments, which is a master number 22 card. And it says scale mountains to gain a sense of achievement. The next 2 weeks, I feel you're going to have a sense of achievement. It feels like you've already scaled mountains, my tribe. And we're at the top now, and there's the moon shining and illuminating how far you've come. And I think in the next 2 weeks, not only are you going to be acknowledging how far you've come, and others will be too, pointing out your achievements and your accomplishments, but you're also going to accomplish something huge in the next 2 weeks. Okay, what else we got for the tribe? What other vibes? Well, that jumped right out, so I'll take it. What other energy should the tribe be aware of, dealing with, or coming in under this full moon's energy? No? Shake it a little more? Okay. I only meant to take 2 cards each pile, but each deck, but I'll take 3 since the first one had 3. Okay. I'm sorry. Some of y'all know I be trying to clean my cards up at the same time, and it's probably really stupid because it takes up time in the podcast. So let me stop being a neat freak. Okay, so we got ashwagandha. This tribe gets this a lot. Purpose. So you are, in the next 2 weeks, going to be finding your purpose. I don't think you're going to leave the month of June without knowing your higher purpose, tribe. By the end of June, you're going to either be already in it, or you're going to be like, aha, this is what I'm supposed to be doing and where I belong. It feels like 2 things coming together, opposites, and seamlessly growing, becoming one. So maybe you have 2 options, 2 things you're really good at, and you're going to bring them together, and they're going to become one in a magical kind of way. What else we got? I am sweating like crazy, by the way, guys. I usually don't have that ancestors jump on me like this for lunar reads. I tend to go through this more for the regular reads. Angelic energies and stuff usually vibe with me for the moon, but it feels like a lot of ancestral energy right now. Your second card says cordyceps and revival. So you are going to be rising back up. Maybe you felt very, very drained last month. Maybe you felt like I can't go forward. Maybe you feel like I just don't see the way forward. There's those mountains again, and it looks like you're rising above them the next 2 weeks. You're going to feel revived. I also see for some of you, things that you used to do or people you used to hang out with or whatever, it's going to be a revival. Like you're going to be doing something you did a long time ago again, or you're going to be hanging around people you hung out with a long time ago. Something's going to be revived, but it really feels like it's you energetically, that you're no longer feeling the strain and the struggle and burden of climbing over obstacles. You have now gotten your wings, you're rising above, you see things from a higher perspective, and things are really shifting for you. I do feel a lot of energy with Mars here, that you're going to be feeling a lot of energy, tribe, in the next few weeks. I also see a huge transformation because I see the symbol of Pluto there, and I see the symbol for Jupiter, which makes me think luck, faith, your fate, your higher calling. So there is a lot coming in the next 2 weeks with you rising up into your higher purpose. And lastly, calendula, purity. In doing so, you're also going to be purging. The next 2 weeks, I see you releasing, letting go of a lot of things and returning to basics, getting out in the nature, enjoying home life, children, having fun, play. The mountains are in the distance. I see you by the end of the next 2 weeks really feeling like you cleared a lot of things out your life that were not conducive with what you have grown into. And it's going to feel like a fresh new beginning, like you're being reborn. But look how the path is just so clear ahead of you. So that's what I see for you in the next 2 weeks, is a clarity coming in of what direction you're supposed to be moving in, a reviving of your energy by clearing out things that no longer serve. Last but not least, let's get your message from the Queen of the Moon deck. For the tribe, can I get a 3-card message? 3 things the tribe will be dealing with in the next 2 weeks. There we go. All right, so the first card says beauty. Wow. So the next 2 weeks, I do feel like you are going to really be paying attention to your looks, and so are other people. Maybe days you feel like you look horrible, people are going to be like, you look gorgeous, or you look so handsome. And days where you feel like you look great, you're going to get extra attention, like, wow, what did you do? What did you change? I see you being focused the next 2 weeks on you. Usually I'll say the beauty around you and the world, but this really feels like you. Your natural beauty, your natural you shining through is going to be noticed in the next 2 weeks, and you're going to want to focus there. Something about your appearance is going to be very important in the next 2 weeks. Maybe you're going to have a lot of people looking at you because that's the vibe I'm getting, all these butterflies around. It's going to feel like a huge transformation is taking place, and yeah, there may be eyes on you. Okay. This is for some of you. Remember, this is the tribe's general read. Wow, resilience. So, and this is 2021. So you're in the right path. You're moving in order. The next 2 weeks, you're going to really realize how resilient you've been and start to put some of the burdens down. I feel like you've carried a lot. You've done a lot. You've climbed mountains. You're at the top now, and it's time for you to get out of this energy and get into this. Release the burdens and take care of you, because it feels like what you're carrying isn't even your shit. And lastly, your extremes, hot moon. There's a need to go to extremes when it comes to letting go of certain burdens and focusing on you. Self-care, self-love is important for the next 2 weeks. You are resilient. Spirit already knows that, but you ain't got nothing to prove. Rest. Take a break. Let people take care of their own problems. Stop trying to help everybody with their stuff and carry people who don't want to be carried. Focus on your glow up. All right. And if you have to go to the extreme, like cutting people off, cutting off jobs, cutting off environments, then you have to do what you got to do. That's what I got for y'all, tribe. I hope you took what resonated. Whatever resonated with you is meant for you. Whatever did not, it's not for you. And just whatever. So this moves me to the 4-pal read. Also a general reading. Please keep that in mind. If you need something more personal, check the description. It will tell you how to connect with me for a personal reading. And I'm going to give this announcement again because some people told me they did not hear it. After June, I'm no longer taking personal readings from new people. So if you want to be on my list of clients, you would have to you'd have to book a reading with me before June 30th, okay? It doesn't matter if you book it and we don't meet till July. It has to be booked in June for you to be considered a client of mine for personal readings. Because I really want to hone in on the energy of those I deal with personally. And I don't want to become overwhelmed like the lady with all that shit on her back, carrying everybody's shit. So if you don't book personal, the general reads will always be here for you. But if you're someone who feels like every now and then you might need a personal, or every month you might want one, book one this month so that you can stay on my roster or join, you would be new, join my roster of clientele. And my stomach is growling. I'm hungry. So I don't know who's watching this. I don't feel hungry, but my stomach's growling. And I haven't eaten, so I am hungry. So somebody out there, take care of your food and eating. Don't be like me, because when I have physical reactions like that, when I'm recording my podcast, it always feels like it's connected to someone in the tribe, because it just did it one time. So somebody, either you're hungry for food or there's something you're really hungry for. And I feel like it's going to come in this month, because even though my stomach growled, I'm going to get some food. So maybe you're thirsting or hungry for something that you don't have right now. This is your confirmation. It's coming in. Okay? So let's focus on the pals. You had a long enough time to look at these pals. There's 4 pals. 1, 2, 3, 4. And pal number 1, hopefully my daughter, who has a phone outside my door right now, she's blasting it very loud. Hopefully it doesn't bother you or interfere too much with the reading. Pal number 1, you have the card Balance. Pal number 2, Gratitude. Pal number 3, Wake Up Call. And number 4, Choices. Take a deep breath in through your mouth. Exhale. And the first word that pops in your head is the one for you. I do know, however, that some people prefer to choose their pals with crystals or objects. And someone told me they do like doing it that way. So I will include objects and crystals, a mix for those who need that. So for pal 1, I have this ladybug. For pal number 2, I was drawn directly to this aventurine heart crystal. For pal number 4, oh God, I forgot I put lip liner on. I just smashed my face in because it's sweating so much and it's probably smeared across my face. I'm glad y'all can't see me right now. Pal number 3, you have this little pretty shell here. Okay, so if you're drawn to the shell, yeah, pal 3. Okay, and last but not least, for pal number 4, and this object's gonna come out of left to you guys. You're like, couldn't go with this. So this figure here is going to represent pile 4. If you're drawn to it, then this is your pile. All right, guys. These are your piles to choose from. I will be back with pile number 1 later. Hey, pile 1. How are you? What's good? I don't know, pile 1s. You're going to have some kind of luck coming in this month when it comes to family or love. I swear, as I was getting ready to do your read, not only did my uncle message me, but also my fiance. So, I unfortunately had to ignore them right now, but but it gave me a feeling that my pile 1s have either some things coming in this the next 2 weeks that have to deal with family situations, commitments, visits, things like that. Okay, so you were drawn to the ladybug. For those that don't know, the ladybug represents luck. So there's something lucky about the next 2 weeks for you, my pile 1. You were also drawn to the card balance. So your focus this week will be on your imagination, your vitality, enthusiasm, focus, and expression. Your affirmation: I am friendly, capable, and talented. I stand tall. And something you can do this week, write out a to-do list. That'll help you, to get balance in your life, get everything into balance. And do something on the list. Newsflash, reward yourself. You can give more when you feel good. So remember, as much as you give back to you too. Now this pal got 2 of these cards. I don't think any of the other pals got 2 action cards. You also have expectation. And it says, you will be focused on rewards coming in, bonuses, value, fun, and fertility. It does sound like you got a lucky 2 weeks ahead. All right, your affirmation: my good work is paying off. I have done well. My good work is paying off. I have done well. So they're suggesting you buy a lottery ticket or search for a new job, love, car, or home. You can have very high expectations the next 2 weeks because you have rewards coming in, bonuses, And newsflash, trust your own judgment and pursue a good idea that comes to you. You got luck on your side. So now let's see. What do you need to do to harness the energy of this full moon? And for that, we're using the Egyptian Tarot and Moonology cards. Okay. They've already been shuffled and put into their piles. So, what you need to do to harness the energy of this full moon, you have the King of Swords. You have the 9 of Cups, 9 of Chalices. Wow. And you have the 5 of Wands. So the first things they're telling you need to do to harness the energy of this full moon is you need to get rid of people who cause drama in your life. All right, and you know who to cut off. We have your wish fulfillment. 9 of Cups is your wishes coming true. Okay, so you are meant to focus on what you want at this time in your life and to release those that are emotionally detached and those that want to hold you back. It feels like you might have chaotic or bickering energy around you. Maybe there's a relationship coming to an end. Maybe there's friendships coming to an end. But it feels like a person and a group that can kind of cause conflicts to your fulfillment. Or they want to. Okay. Or their energy, they'll be doing it without even realizing. So you want to harness the energy of this full moon. There are people And I'm getting people, not even places, people that you will have to release out your energy. What does the Moonology card suggest? Oh shit. Find a balance. Balance. Can't make this shit up. Full moon in Libra. They suggest you find a balance. And breathe through the tension. Full moon in Scorpio. So whatever you're going through right now, meditation will help you. Visualization will help you. Just going out into nature will help you. They want you to really breathe. Yes, there may be energies or people around you that it may feel stifling, but in the center, you have your wish fulfillment. So what you wish for is coming through in the next 2 weeks, what you want. Find a balance between light and dark, yin and yang, without becoming emotionally distressed. And by breathing through any tense situations, you will avoid emotional distress. All right. So I'm going to give you some special life advice that you need at this time from Rumi and Mother Mary. These are the 2 cards that came out for this pal. So this is your card from Rumi. Rumi's advice says, Hand of Fatima, I can never leave you. You are my everything. Fatima, radiant daughter of the great beloved, brings you the gift of protection. Discern who you involve yourself with and how you use your time and energy. Give yourself permission to be nurtured through your own choices and the people and situations you say yes or no to in your life. You have drawn the hand of Fatima. Trust in her. Well, that just gave you advice, literally, on what you need to do about this situation here. And then Mother Mary's advice, and this is the card. It says, Our Lady of Divine Direction. The quickest way to a destination is not always the most obvious or direct route. Obstacles can help build trust, determination, self-belief, and courage. However, when those qualities are sufficiently developed within one's heart, it is more efficient and joyful to make swifter progress on the path, sidestepping obstructions altogether. Let go of how you think things need to happen. Place your trust in Our Lady's direction. See, you're being guided. And that just made me feel when I saw this road here. Okay? Know that the things that are in your way right now that may seem like obstacles are really there just to build you up as a person. Okay? But they're really developing within you at this time. And so you're going to make swifter progress to your wish fulfillment. So you can have your expectations of what you would like, but don't cling to how something should occur, how it should happen. It's going to happen in the best way meant for you and anyone involved. Let me just put these here. All right, what other advice we got for you coming in? My power wands. We got, how will the moon affect you? So my power wands, don't let your past hold you back. This full moon may have you looking back. It may have you thinking about the past, most likely because it looks like you're doing a lot of letting go of people. So it may bother you to release these people from your past, that are from the past, people you might have known for a very long time, but they are going to hold you back if you don't. They're going to hold you back from your wish fulfillment. Okay? So this moon at this time is going to affect you by causing you to want to reflect. All right? Reflect without going backwards or staying stuck and stagnant in that past energy. All righty. Also, this card here is Egyptian gods. I use this card to see what challenges you're going to overcome under the energy of this full moon. You have faith and wisdom. You got Isis. Wow. So any challenges you face at this time, maintaining your faith and wisdom gained from past experiences is going to help you overcome any challenge. So trust and believe and have faith that you're being guided. You got the goddess Isis coming through. And then on top of that, You have had a lot of experiences that have opened up your eyes to things. You're very wise. The only challenge you have is having faith in yourself and trusting you is what I'm hearing. Okay, get together. Okay. Got some more advice coming in here. So we have advice about your higher purpose from the Sufi wisdom coming in. So if you really wanted to know, what am I supposed to be doing? Oh, shit. How did you get the card in the deck that says life purpose? For the question, advice about your purpose. Like, I think I need to stop and check my self-worth, because why am I surprised? I'm a child of God. Anyway, life's purpose. Seek your own deeper vision for life. So at this time, your advice is to go after your life's purpose. And it really feels like it's something that's not meant for everybody. So right now, as you are getting in the balance, finding a balance, getting through whatever tension you have to deal with as you're letting go of people, you have to keep under wraps a little bit what it is you're aspiring to do. You have a lot of Five of Wands is like petty beefs and arguments. You had the King of Swords come through and he was reversed. So that's like emotional detachment. And so you're dealing with some rough people energy that you have got to let go of, that feels like it's been a cycle in your vibration. And now out of that chaos, you are discovering your life purpose. You have a deep vision for life, and your advice at this time is to follow it. It will lead you straight to what you are meant to be doing. Wow. All right, we have the Hero's Journey card to give you advice about your dreams in general. Any dreams you might have, visions, desires. Your advice is to go from fear to fuel, stand still, and own your power. Wow, Power 1, you are radiant. So you might be afraid and fearful, actually, of your wish fulfillment coming in. Don't let your past hold you back. Don't be afraid to let go of people and things that no longer serve you. Your advice for the next 2 weeks to reach your dreams is to stop being scared. That's it. That is it. Okay. What other advice we got for you? Power 1. So from the Spirit Oracle, this is something you must learn now. So this was your card and it says joy. You need to learn joy. You need to learn how to be happy. All right. So the back of the card says Kuan Yin. Oh, that's a goddess. Love and compassion, a time of healing. You are being showered with love and light. Accept this gift. A newfound joy for life will replace your sadness. Now, isn't that encouraging? Isn't that encouraging? You are being assisted by the goddess Kuan Yin at this time, her energy. She's giving you love and compassion to assist you in this time where you need to heal. She's showering you with love and light. And if you don't believe in Kuan Yin, then see it as the divine, because either way, it's light energy from divine energy that's being showered on you. It's a gift for you. And you will realize a newfound joy for life. You will not be dealing with sadness. Okay? If you think that you have to deal with this chaotic energy, no. This full moon is slowly moving that out of your way. All right. We have advice about nope, wrong one. Advice about love. And this is from the Journey of Love Oracle. The choice. Wow. And I think Pile 4, the top card says choices. So maybe you might have something in Pile 4 if you felt drawn to it. If not, it's no problem. But the choice. And I'm going to go to the book for you. Maybe you have a choice when it comes to your love life or lovers and you're going to get some assistance with making that choice at this time. Let's see what it says. Number 62. All right, there's a choice that you need to make. You're aware of it already, or it is coming to your awareness very soon. Embrace the unknown and say yes. You have the opportunity to enrich your world, to receive and therefore be able to share much more. If anxiety or fear arises, guilt or shame, treat it as the cleansing of your emotional waters as they receive so much more inflow from the divine ocean. Let the old layers rise to the surface, the past, of your awareness, to be washed away. What seems to be so much in the context of your own emotional waters is not so much at all when compared to what the great ocean is capable of holding. So let the divine ocean take the old, washing it away from you and replenishing you with the new, that you may serve life all the better. So this oracle comes to bring you guidance. It is safe to choose now. There's no wrong choice, just a choice that resonates with your heart. If it is challenging you, that is an opportunity for you to let the divine cleanse and lift you into the vibration where you feel at peace with your choice, where you can accept the grace it will bring to you. Do this now. It's your time to step up. Make your life easier on yourself and open to love in a more trusting way. Come now. The divine is calling you to play. And here's a poem that ends that. It says, our lives are measured in choices we have made along the path we call living. Each compass point a possibility, each step an opportunity. Seemingly random, each decision moves us inexorably in a direction both unknown and yet somehow familiar. For upon reflection, the strength we find in choosing, or the surrender of letting all unfold, leads us to the place we started from when we made that first choice to be here again. All right. And your last advice comes from the crystal mandala, and it will tell you how to use a blessing that's coming to you now. And you have the blessing of power. Shit. Power one, please tell me who you are. Just put in the comments, hey, I chose power one. All right. I wasn't drawn to this power. And I'm surprised it's so powerful. Usually that's my power. But let me stop fucking with y'all. All right. So you got Archangel Metatron and clear quartz coming through. So you may want to get some clear quartz in your life. It will help you a lot in harnessing this power that you're being blessed with. And Archangel Metatron is a angel or entity that would be in your interest to call on. So I'm going to read to you, and that's the number one card in that deck. I'm going to read to you the message. Just wanted to make sure everything could fit. Okay, I think that's good enough for how it's going to fit in here. And your message says, it's number one. Why am I flipping? Together we bring you the gift of power. Spiritual power enables you to trust in your higher guidance no matter what appears to be happening in your life. Psychological and emotional power enables you to transform through evolving your belief systems and processing your emotions, through which you gain wisdom. Physical power gives you the strength to take action on the matters that serve your life path. This gift of power is safe for you to receive because you will use it to fulfill your divine destiny, which in turn supports all beings. So you're getting blessed with the nature of power within you. Okay? You're being given an opportunity to change your relationship with power as well. This could mean letting go of fear of being powerful. Maybe that's where your fear lies, is that you are afraid of your power or of letting your power be seen. But it's something you gained along your spiritual path. And it could be misused when it comes from a selfish agenda. But, when it's serving love, it's the greatest gift of all. I just heard the greatest love of all. So use your power to serve love. That will help you grow rapidly on your spiritual path and in the physical world. And it'll bring your dreams to life more quickly. And you'll know when you're using your power to serve love, because it will feel strengthening to your heart, and you'll become able to step forward on your life path, expressing yourself in a clearer, stronger, and more empowered way. As your light shines brighter in this way, you'll be helping others more too. So you are meant to inspire. So dimming your light, not standing in your power, you are avoiding a part of your life path, because you are meant to inspire people by showing them fearlessness and the ability to step into your power. So that's how you're being blessed at this time. Great full moon energy coming in for you at this time, my power ones. Don't let the chaos of letting people go get to you. Breathe through it. You got a lot of great things coming in. Sending you so much light and love. Please give me a thumbs up if this resonated. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Check out my descriptions. My description, it has listed there everything you need to know about how to follow me and link with me on all my platforms, as well as personal readings. And on that note, I want to say peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. I'll be back with Pal 2 later. Hey Pal 2, what's good? You were drawn to this green aventurine heart and the card of gratitude. So I do feel this full moon, you're going to be very grateful about something, or very appreciative. Even if you already are, it's almost like something else is coming in, because you've been in such a state of gratitude. You've been open-hearted. You've been sharing your heart. You've been giving from the heart, expecting nothing in return. And even if you haven't been, that's where you're moving into. That's your vibe for the next 2 weeks. Gratitude, big heart chakra opening up, and feeling really good about sharing love, feelings of love. That could be romantically, and that could just be in general with the world. So your gratitude card says you will be focusing on pure-heartedness, humanitarianism, and unconditional love this week, in the next 2 weeks, honestly. Your affirmation is, I have so much, I am thankful to be here. I have so much, I am thankful to be here. They're advising you to start a gratitude book and give thanks for 3 things every day, and expect a windfall. Your generosity is paying off. So some kind of money is going to come in, or some kind of blessing is coming in, because you've been so generous in giving and loving and caring. All right, so let's get some more info. What do you need to do to harness the energy of this full moon? Let's go to Egyptian Tarot. You have the Emperor, and the World, matter of fact, I'm going to change the setup for this group. It's Power 1, I just felt like my cards, I didn't know where I was putting them. And you have 7 of Wands. So before I even get to the other cards to tell you how to harness this full moon energy, my Power 2s, I could tell you right now, to harness this full moon energy, you're going to come against people who want you. And it's sad, because my first pile had some toxic people to get rid of. The Emperor came through reverse. I do feel like maybe there's someone in your life, could be a boss, a father, or a husband, who is not that great of an authoritarian. And you're being moved at this time, under this full moon, to step into a leadership position, to boss up. You have the World card here, which means you're ending a cycle. Maybe you're ending a cycle, for some of you, of dealing with terrible leadership. People who were either over-aggressive, over-bossy, power-tripping, and things like that. You're clearing that energy out now. You're about to stand up and be your own boss, or be your own leader, or whatever it is that energy was to you. But To really harness this new beginning that's coming in with the Seven of Wands here, there is a need for you to stand your ground, to move through anything or anyone that tries to get in your way of this new beginning. Don't let it happen. Stand your ground. Continue to move forward. Also, from the Moonology Oracle, you're advised, speak your world into being. First moon, quarter moon in Gemini. So they're advising you to watch what you say. If you want to harness this full moon's energy, speak what you desire and it will manifest. Speak it into being. Tell it to your higher self. Tell it to your spirit guides or angels or whatever you believe in. And you have last quarter moon in Aries. Work through your feelings. So there is a need and advice for you for the next 2 weeks to really pay attention to how you feel and work through these emotional eruptions that could take place because you're starting a whole new cycle. Okay? Maybe you're feeling some sort of way because of things you have to leave behind or people or whatever the case may be. But I told you, tribe, a lot of you are going to be purging and releasing. I told you in my list, if you didn't skip it, the 5 things you needed to know about this full moon. So, yeah. And I do feel like whatever you're working through your feelings on is something that you're manifesting. So really watch what you're saying and what you're thinking at this time for the next 2 weeks, if not forever. Let's get you some advice from Rumi and Mother Mary that you need right now. Special life advice. So from Rumi, you have this card. I love showing the artwork. The artwork is beautiful and it also can give you some intuitive hits yourself. This is Get Into It channel. Okay. And it says, Blessing of Al-Hakim. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderness. So get out of your head and get into your heart. It's how I take that. It says Al-Hakim is wisdom and soul medicine. Al-Hakim is wisdom, soul medicine. You no longer have to drive the unfoldment of your desires into form. You rest in the assurance that your daily application and effort are enough, and so is your surrender. Mental anguish is now soothed. Divine healing can occur most readily in the unknowing yet trusting spaciousness of your open heart. Wow. So you don't have to push so hard now. They're telling you to relax and let yourself be healed and trust by having an open heart, trusting in your open heart that blessings are coming into you and will come to you because you've put in enough effort in being grateful. Okay. So I'm going to put that here. Let's speak your world into being. And then we also have advice from Mother Mary. Beautiful card. Wow. I get so much just from looking at the picture. And her message is Our Lady of Sacred Union. Conflict can be motivating or it can be exhausting if it has been continuing for too long without relief. Make space in your heart for the way beyond current inner conflicts to be revealed. There is always another way, no matter how set in stone your situation may appear to be. Our Lady's hand is guiding you along the path out of conflict and into a new and joyful, well, you was ready to leap. A new and joyful harmony. Wow. Okay. I'm sorry, I meant to show you this side. So working through your feelings, just know that conflicts are going to come to an end in the next 2 weeks and turn into a new and joyful harmony. So you can relax. Okay. Everything is working itself out. That's what you needed to know about your life at this time. Now, let's see. How will the moon affect you? This full moon, a new start is coming. I'm going to put that right there with the world. I just told you, you're starting a new cycle. So a new start is coming, new moon. By June 18th, Father's Day, you're going to have a whole new start. And that could be maybe with this masculine energy here. Because I told you there's like a father figure, husband, a boss, that was just a little off, but it kind of inspired you to step up and start to be a little bit more of your own leader and boss. And because of this full moon is bringing you a new start that is really going to hit by the end of the 2 weeks. I'm gonna put this over here with the world. Okay. Are there any challenges in the way that you will need to overcome? Let's see. A challenge that you will overcome. Mayat. All the goddesses that I know and I love are coming out. Truth and fairness. So obstacle you will overcome at this time is things balancing themselves out fairly, based off of truths being shared. Remember, in the 5 things, that must have been really for this pal. There is some things that must be said and some things you must hear. So there needs to be the challenge for you that you're going to overcome is the ability to hear and to give your truth and be fair and to not let anyone else treat you unfairly. Okay? Gonna put that right there with the Emperor. All right, so let's see. You have 5 more cards of advice left. Advice about your higher purpose. Transformation. Let love transform you forever. So your higher purpose has something to do with change through love. I guess that's why you were drawn to this heart. There's something that you do that brings a huge change in people. People who have felt like they lacked love or light in their life. There's something nurturing about you that they feel safe with you, and your love and your sincere care and concern for them helps to change them. And at the same time, the love and gratitude they have for you will transform you as well. So if you're wondering what is your higher purpose, whatever you are doing that causes a huge transformation within yourself or others, that is your calling. Okay. So some advice about your dreams or your visions in general. Ocean of emotion. Find a safe place to express your true feelings. So maybe you've been having dreams and you don't really understand where they're coming from. They're weird. They're coming out of nowhere. Maybe you're struggling to visualize the things you really want to call in. That's why you're being told to speak your world into being. There are emotions and feelings inside you that rise to the surface when you sleep, when you try to meditate or visualize. It's because these are emotions you're not expressing. So you're being advised at this time to find a safe space or a safe way to express emotions that you are bottling up. Once these emotions have been released in some way, your dreams and visions will become clear. For some of you, I feel like art is a form of release for you. So maybe drawing, sketching, just doing something creative, period. Okay. All right. And now we have from the Spirit Oracle, something you must learn. Tranquility. I'm gonna cover that. Somebody told me some YouTube rules now, so I'm gonna not expose too much. But to me, I'm like, what the hell? It's art. So tranquility is something you must learn now. And the message says, trust. All will turn out well. Everything will fall into place. Peace of mind and tranquility are soon restored. So what you need to learn right now is to trust. Trust you got this new start coming. Trust that tranquility and peace and everything is coming into your life. Just trust. Okay? That's something you have to learn. Maybe it's very difficult for you to relinquish control and stuff. And when you feel like you're not in control of the outcome of things, maybe it makes you a little nervous. Maybe you get fearful. All right, hopefully you can see all of the cards. Okay, that's the best I could do. There's a lot of cards in this reading today. All right, so advice about your love life from the Journey of Love Oracle. Gifts received. Wow. All right, I'm going to go to the book and read you your message about love. Maybe I can put this under here. No, I'll move these down here. I'm a hot mess. This is why I've been making my own layouts now, because I do my own original reads, and I need to come up with a layout so that you can actually see all the cards. But anyway, let's go. Gifts received. And your message says relax. That's what they just told you. You don't relax about to? Sheesh. It says relax. It's okay to accept what is coming your way now. Gentle your soul, steady your heart. Even the most precious treasure can be received by you. Why not? Are you not built of the same stuff as that treasure, beloved? It's all love after all. That is all that there is. A lot of love, 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 what you're reading. All right. Enjoy, accept, rest in the knowledge that you are being invited into a sanctuary of abundance, peaceful rest, and replenishment now. It's just time. This oracle holds a message for you. The universe is trying to get something to you. More abundance, more love, an answer to a prayer. Sometimes the healing comes in unexpected packages. Sometimes we try so hard to find the answer, exerting so much effort to receive, that we make things harder for ourselves than they need to be. So relax, have some fun, be at peace. Everything is working out just fine, and there's a nice surprise coming your way. The wind blows softly through grass and my open heart. Love unexpected. And that is your advice about love, but I'm also hearing a little tip there that some unexpected love is coming your way. So if you're single, that's for you. That message was for you. Okay. Last but not least, a blessing coming to you now. How to use this blessing. We have the goddess Lakshmi coming through for you, and dendritic agate, which is a crystal. Her golden grace. Okay, pal two. So let's see what this blessing is and their advice on how to use it. I think I could cover these now. Okay. So, we bring you the empowerment of her golden grace, Divine Mother Lakshmi, who brings blessings of enlightenment and prosperity, beauty and good fortune, smiles upon you now. Open your mind to the reality of divine generosity without limit. Open your heart to feel worthy of her love. When you allow her to grant you bounty to bless you with her golden grace, she is empowered to shine her divine beauty in the world, to heal, uplift, inspire, and enchant the souls in need. Wow. So there's something you need to do. You're being blessed with a purpose, and that's to heal and inspire the hearts of humanity. All right, to release, to show humanity that fear prevents the soul from being open and allowing life to happen. Okay. So if in your heart you may have felt there were better times ahead, even though you may not have a particular reason for it other than a feeling in your heart, this oracle is bringing you confirmation. Even if you are yet to realize the touch of her golden grace in your life, you shall do so. This is the blessing that's coming in for you. The rising sun of her golden beauty shall shine upon you, ushering in a time of love, prosperity, and peace. And that is the blessing that is coming in to you at this time. I hope that this message really helped you a lot, my pal twos. You got so much you had to take in here and so much to be grateful for. And I'm sending you so much light and love. Please give me a thumbs up if this resonated in some way. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Check out the descriptions to see how you can work with me on a more personal tip. And on that note, peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. And I will be back with pal number 3. Later. Hey, pal 3. What's good? You were drawn to this pretty shell. And the card Wake Up Call. Let's move this to the side. So, your focus and your advice during this moon's phase is in the wake up call. What I really feel for you so far I feel like you're being closed-mouthed about something you need to say or do. I feel like there's something infinite, some kind of work you're supposed to be doing that you've been doing for lifetimes. But in this lifetime, you're meant to really shine. You're meant to really be unique and original and stand out, and it will not be as dreadful as it has been in past lifetimes. It's like something that is lying dormant within you. This full moon is waking it up. And maybe it's something you've always known was within you, but you've been quiet about it. Now your mouth is opening up. You're going to start to stand in your power. You're going to start to forge your own path. And I hear, do what I want to do. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. So, your focus will be on a wake-up call that's coming in for you the next 2 weeks. With this being a 10 card, 9 plus 1 is 10, number 1, this wake-up call is going to open you up to something that's going to be a fresh start for you. So you'll be focusing on your confidence, self-awareness, pioneering spirit, and your achievements, and you will achieve. Your affirmations are, I am going places, I am one with life. I am going places. I am one with life. And an action you could take in the next 2 weeks is give yourself a mini makeover reward. A haircut, a massage, a pedicure. Do something for yourself. Spruce yourself, change yourself, reinvent yourself. And newsflash, it's much better than you think. Your goals are actually in sight, my pal 3s. Maybe you've been thinking like they're not manifesting, but they are. I want to move this to the side. Okay, I'm trying to think of where I could put the shell. Oh, yeah, I could put it up here. Okay. So let's see. What do you need to do to harness the energy of this full moon? We go to the Egyptian Tarot and the Moonology Oracle for that answer. So we have the King of Wands. We have the Ace of Swords. And we have the Two of Swords. All right, so far, if you want to harness the energy this full moon is bringing in for you, there are some truths, some inner truths, not even truths from someone else. Maybe you're being awakened to some things that have been lying dormant within you. With the Two of Swords reversed, there's a choice you got to make, and it feels like you already know the answer, but you're afraid to make a choice. You're ignoring, you have to listen to your intuition. Okay? There's something that it feels like maybe it deterred your ambition at one point and deterred you from going towards it, that now the path is clear for you to go towards it, but you're not listening to your intuition and you're not making any choices that bring a healthy change at this time. So to harness the energy of this full moon, there's a need for you to tap into your intuition, and an even greater need for you to know your self-worth and for you to make the choice that you know you're supposed to make, that you're being guided to. Believe in your good luck. First quarter moon in Sagittarius. So there you have it. Whatever this choice is, maybe you're afraid it's going to take you down a path that will be unfortunate, but they're letting you know you're in an energy of luck at this time. So if you want to harness the power of this full moon, you have to believe. You have to believe in your luck. And know you are loved. New moon in Libra. You have to know that there are people who love you. Maybe you focus a lot, my pile 3, on those that don't. People that hate on you, people that are jealous, people that don't want to see you succeed. You give them a lot of your energy. Take your energy back and focus on those that love and support you. Know that you are loved. That is going to be a great help to you at this time under this full moon energy. All right. Believe in your luck and know you are loved. And make the choice that you know you have to make. I'm hearing for my pile 3s. Y'all gotta see Never Ending Story. If you never watched it, there's a scene, and I probably have used this as a reference before, but it's coming up again. There's a scene in Never Ending Story at the end where the human child, has to rename the Empress. But he cannot believe that him, a little boy, that someone that's so insignificant can have such a big responsibility, because by him doing that, he saves an entire universe. So at the end, everyone is dying, and like the Empress is yelling at him, like, do what you know you were born to do. Do what you know you were meant to do. Just say it. Say my name. And he's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. And then finally, he gets up the courage and he says, okay, all right, I'll do it. I'll say it. I'll say the name. And then he does it, and everything starts over. Everything has a new beginning. And that's kind of the energy I'm hearing for you. Like, do what you have dreamed. Do what you've been called to do. Just do it. And you're like, I don't know. And hesitant to step into your purpose because you can't seem to fathom how maybe you feel like where you live or your life is insignificant in some way, but there's a part of you that really cannot believe that you have a huge purpose in this world. And that's the wake-up call you're going to get these 2 weeks. All right, let's give you some advice on your life. Special life advice you need at this time from Rumi and Mother Mary. So we have Rumi coming through first. And his message says, let love transform. The sea becomes filled with pearls. The dry land receives the water of life. Love's genius and generosity are not bound by the mind. All manner of miraculous grace works through love in endless creative variety. Your heart's yearning shall manifest itself. Do not attempt to predict how that can be. Why would we seek to limit love's creative genius? Instead, trust that it will be magnificent and kind. So trust. Get out of your head and get into your heart. All right? So whatever it is your heart's yearning for, it's going to manifest itself, but you cannot steer and control how it will manifest. Don't put a limit on the creativity of love, of God. Just trust that it's going to manifest in the best way possible. Let love transform. I always bring these up close, even though I read them in case someone wants to screenshot it so that they can have the message for themselves. I think I'll put that here. And your message from Mother Mary. Our Lady of Sacred Sisterhood. The divine feminine is awakening in your heart. She guides you to apply your heart wisdom to any challenges in your life. Transforming something that was once a cause of concern. I'm sorry, just hearing transforming and let love transform, and this is almost the same advice. All right. I'm sorry. Transforming something that was once a concern, or even fear, into a chance to realize the depth, power, and spiritual capacity of your soul. You are strong enough to open up and let others connect to your powerful, awakened, and beautiful heart. So, I feel like there's something you're supposed to be doing in working with women, or the divine feminine in everyone. And within yourself. There are things that are going to be changing in your life at this time. All right, Pal 3. You are my first cutoff, because I was waiting. I said, I know somewhere in one of these readings, energy, it gets really high. My camera is going to act stupid. But it wasn't doing it. And then right when I was here, it did it. So know that what you have to do is very powerful, okay? Your special life advice is to use love to help heal people and change people. Now, first they're telling you to let love transform your life and just trust without predicting. Know that what you're yearning for is going to manifest. At the same time, you're being told to awaken and share your beautiful heart with others to connect. So I do feel they are advising you to know that whatever this choices you have to make, it's going to manifest according to what it is your heart truly desires. Okay. And somewhere in that manifestation, or in these 2 weeks of this full moon energy, and maybe the new moon's important because I almost said new moon. Maybe by the new moon, you'll really feel this shift. There's going to be some heavy work you have to do with the divine feminine. Now, yeah, I do feel like my Pal 3s, with the King of Wands coming through, I do feel masculinity. I do feel that you deal with both. However, there's a strong pull with this full moon that you are going to be drawn either to find a sisterhood, or you are going to attract people in who see you as a sister energy or brotherly energy, whichever gender you consider yourself. All right. Oh, this pal got more than one moon card. I knew one of the pals did that too. All right. So how will the moon affect my Pal 3s? I guess intensely, since they got 2 cards. 1, communication is key. New moon in Gemini. This full moon is going to move you to reach out and communicate and network. I see that maybe my Pal 3s, you didn't do that too much. You didn't really communicate, don't really reach out to people. You're more of a boss or leader energy. However, you're going to realize with this full moon that communicating what you desire, communicating what you're about, communicating what you need, communicating what you have to offer, things like that, you are going to find that that's very important for the next 2 weeks. So make sure your communication is clear. All right. That's why I guess this choice is so important. What are you doing? What are you offering? What are you releasing? You have to be clear. And I'm also hearing for some of you, your communication with the divine also is also the key. And you have worked through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So the new moon is going to be important for this pal here. June 18th, all the way from today to the 18th, you are going to see some huge shifts in your life. Get out of your fears, because it feels like this full moon is going to push you in a direction that maybe once caused you to clam up and be afraid. And you're going to be pushed into a position that requires you to be fearless. So I do see the full moon will force you to work through any areas that you still carry a fear or a hesitancy or a lack of self-confidence. All right. So what challenge are you going to overcome at this time? This must be my pal. My goddess Hathor is here. So Hathor is coming through. Intelligence. The obstacle you're going to come through now is knowing that you know enough. This is the challenge you're overcoming. I think at one point you didn't know you knew enough. You didn't feel like you knew enough. You have learned so much. You give me priestess or priest energy. You have done spiritual work. You have studied. You have researched. You have been dedicated, loyal, and faithful to whatever it is you do or believe in and those that you help. And I see you getting over the challenge of underrating your wisdom and what you know. You're going to find a very intelligent way of expressing yourself, getting yourself out there, and it's going to make you a resource to people. I'm seeing someone suckling the goat, or the bull, I'm sorry, because Hathor is represented by the bull. And it just makes me feel like you're going to overcome challenges in finding ways to address the needs of those that are drawn to you. Yeah. Oh, that's what I'm getting. Okay, and they're telling me move on. So, advice about your life purpose from the Sufi wisdom. Make friends. Friendship is the alchemy of success. Well, there they told you. The advice you need to get closer to your higher purpose is you have to be more friendly. You have to make friends with people. You have to be willing to join forces with like minds. And I really feel like minds. I see this cloud as moving, and this full moon is going to illuminate for you who the people are that are a good mix for you to succeed at what it is your purpose is in this world. I do feel that being a friend, a good friend to people, or you're going to feel like a friend to those that are drawn to you, like be the best friend or the big sister, big brother type energy. But these friendships, these bonds, these people you help, these people that you call in to help you are going to be the greatest recipe for your success. They will be resources to you as you go forward in life. And they will also be great spaces of safety where you can confide your feelings. Okay. And that's something that you're going to need, especially being that you're going to be a resource to other people. Okay. So you will need to have your own little circle to keep you afloat. All right. Advice about your dreams and your goals. What would your highest self do? You are divinity in blue jeans, my pal 3. So if you want to understand how to reach your dreams, how to get to your visions and your goals, and if you've been having weird dreams, they're all pushing you to live in the energy of your highest self. What would your highest self do in certain situations? That's what they want you to tap into. They want you to tap into your divine self, okay? Your light self. That is your advice when it comes to your dreams, and your goals, and even dreams when you sleep. Step into your divine energy, your divine self, and release this darker, shadowy side. You don't have to completely stomp out your shadow. The shadow is always good to have it there. It reminds you where you came from, and it makes it so that you don't repeat. And it's also the foundation of your strength and resilience. However, you don't want to live in the shadow. You want to live in the light. So whenever challenged going forward with anything, even with this choice you got to make, think, what would your light body do? What would your highest self do in this moment? What would the divine do? You are divinity in blue jeans. Co-create. Okay? Take in your power and co-create. Okay, I do feel for some of you, you may be being advised to relax and rest. This person looks stressed, like they've been overdoing it, overthinking things, and your higher self may be advising you at this time to let go and let the divine do the work. Okay, So, your spirit oracle message is something you have to learn now, and it says divine will. Good Lord, pile 3. Divine will. It says your life is unfolding in accordance with the divine will of your soul. Trust. Let go of fear and apprehension. You are protected and eternally blessed. Have patience. All manifests in perfect timing. Maybe that's why you're stressing here. You have to trust that things are unfolding in the way that they're meant to unfold according to the Most High. Stop being afraid and just trust. You're protected, you're blessed. Everything is flowing as it should be. Okay? Relax. Okay. Advice on your love life. We have Woman of Light. So let me go to the book to give you other advice here. Woman of Light. Okay, so your message says, pure is my joy, my celebration. I know the divine to be eternal. There is no limit to my peace, to my pleasure, as I rise and rise and rise again. Capable am I of receiving the light, of accepting the next level of illumination. I am sacred flesh coming to light. I am the walking temple, the living goddess, she who shines with truth. I come to you now. I am one with you now. I am the awakened one and the awakener. So this oracle brings you guidance that you are to be witness to the presence of an awakened being, either within your own self as part of your spiritual destiny or in the form of a beloved other, or it could be both. An awakened one is in your midst or soon will be. Receive the blessing that emanates from such a being, for to behold one is a gracious spiritual gift that will lift you to the next step of your path. If you are having trouble discerning the true presence of an awakened teacher in your midst, or even in your own being, remember that nothing is asked from you by such awakened ones, but loving devotion so that they may serve the awakening of all living beings. It requires much karmic grace to be granted immediate access to an awakened being, even more to become such a living light. Take delight. And I want you to take that as it resonates. Either you're this woman of light, you're becoming this woman of light, or you're going to be encountering someone who is the same energy, okay? A mentor, a teacher, a light being. And the last part says, I asked God for a deepening of my love without realizing that the deeper I was willing to go, the more it involved letting go of any part of myself that wanted to love and still be safe. And surrender to the possible lay the greatest potential for love. At levels before unknown, like a cistern that holds the nectar of life and gives its precious liquid, only to be filled again with nature's flow. Such knowingness is a gift. For if you can embrace the blessing, you can live without question, relaxing and replenishing with each breath, with each kiss, always whole. I love that. Okay, and last but not least, advice about how to use a blessing coming to you now. Goddess Basset and Cat's Eye. 44 sacred number, and 44 is a master manifesting number, and your card says sacred pleasure is the blessing coming to you now through the Goddess Basset and Cat's Eye. And this is giving me a huge chill with the Egyptian energy coming through. I must say, if you're drawn to this pile, we are birds of a feather, because I believe this is my pile. I am not only have been either a priestess of Basset in another lifetime. I'm very, very much a cat person. Hathor also came up as something someone or a deity I worked with in my past lifetimes. So this pile really feels like it must be for me, even though I ain't feeling the make friends card. But let me read you your message. I don't make no friends that ain't a part of my tribe here, but I got to stop that. Okay. And so do you, whoever you are that chose this pile with me. So, your message says, we bring you the empowerment of sacred pleasure. It is said that the spirit had to be enticed into the body to give up its complete freedom and willingly take on an experience of limitation that could lead to divine growth. It needed the deal to be sweetened. So music was created, music that could only be felt and expressed through the body. Spirit jumped in like a flash and life was created. There's more life that can be created in you and your world. Although there are undoubtedly struggles as a natural part of opening up to more life, there is divine sweetness too. That is the gift of sacred pleasure that you're being blessed with at this time. This is the pleasure that gives you joy in your aliveness. It is innocent, sensual, and life-affirming. It is time for you to receive more of this. The oracle says it's time to put a little sugar in your bowl. So maybe my pal threes, you've been going through a lot of ish. You've been in your head a lot, and this wake-up call is coming in now. So things are about to shake up and shift in your life, and you're being blessed with a little bit of sweetness, some happiness, some fun. Pleasure and pain are a part of the dance of life. You can enjoy pleasure without fearing you'll become addicted to it and no longer be able to hear your pain. In fact, knowing you have access to genuine, natural pleasure could be a way to manage pain more effectively. It might seem strange, but there can be an addiction to pain just as much as an addiction to pleasure. Perhaps even more so considering the state of most people's lives these days. Pain has its rightful place in life, but pleasure does too. You understand that? Because I felt like you really needed a pause there. Confusion, shame, guilt, and fear of being lazy can enter the mind and cause tension in the body, making it difficult to let go and be in an experience of enjoyment. Because you're always worried about, am I doing enough? Am I doing enough? And you're not allowing yourself to just release and surrender and let go. And now I think this full moon is going to bless you with some pleasure, shifting you out of an inner battle for and against your own pleasure. Okay? Maybe you're stopping yourself from enjoying life and certain aspects of life because you feel like you don't deserve it. You feel like you need to work. You feel like you need to do certain things. You need to suffer or go through certain pains in order to allow others not to. But that's not true. That is not true. Okay? Joy creates and sustains and strengthens you for the times when there is pain. Okay? So don't let pain be your everyday experience. All right? Your healing and growth has been fulfilled. We're letting you know you have gone through a healing. You've done it. Now you have to get out of your head in thinking that there's more for you to do. There's always something else for you to do. And relax. This oracle comes to you with healing guidance. The universal mother knows you have suffered and wants to sweeten your deal. If you allow her, she will assist you in purging the self-loathing that has placed you in a painful bind of fear-based control. She will help you love yourself so you can experience the sacred pleasure your life is meant to bring to you. If you have already done this work on yourself and find that bringing sacred pleasure to others through your love and consciousness is part of your life's mission and sole purpose, then the oracle is bringing this confirmation to you. It is also a blessing for you. There is value in teaching strength, and there is value in providing a safe way for others to experience the sacredness of pleasure as an act of loving life. And I feel like you just got told your purpose. And there's nothing else for me to tell you, my pal threes, but to have a wonderful full moon day, 2 weeks, a powerful new moon that's coming up. Seems to be important for you. And if this resonated, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Check out the description so you can see other ways you can link up with me so we can get to know each other better and maybe have a personal reading. And on that note, I'm going to send you off with peaceful energy, lots of blessings, and all the good things that come from being a part of my tribe. And I'll be back with Pal 4. Later. Hey, Pal 4. let's get into your reading. So you were drawn to the card Choices, which is where you will be focusing your energy for the next 2 weeks. You must have some really serious choices to make. And by being drawn to this symbol here, this has always been my symbol for ancestor energy. So whenever you see this, just know that you're asking for your message to come from your ancestors. But in this case, I also feel like that my creatives are drawn to this power. If you dance, you drum, you sing, you make music of some kind, you draw, you write, this power is going to call to you. Okay, so I'm going to leave your ancestor right there. No, matter of fact, I'm going to put him here. And you're going to be focused. You have like 2 choices you're going to have to make. And I really feel strongly it's 2. 2 things you have to choose between. And if you have, I'm not saying that's how many choices you got. You may have a few choices, but they're going to be between like 2 opposing energies. And I almost feel like for you, my power forward, it's going to be a little bit of a test to see, have you learned lessons from your past? Are you tapping into your wisdom? Okay. So you're going to be focused on peace, inner strength, cooperation, and harmony. Your affirmation is, I have free choice in all I am, do, and have. I have free choice in all I am, do, and have. And an action you can do is to make a list using numbering from 1 to 10 on choices and decisions you need to make, and then put them in priority order. Then from there, you can chop off choices that just don't sync with you. It's just a way for you to help to make decisions. And newsflash, you could truly believe in a new outcome and expect results. So I do feel for some of you, maybe the choice you need to make has something to do with your past, or a choice you made in the past and it didn't go too well. And they want to give you some confirmation that this time things are going to work out differently. So if there's something you want to do or someone you want to do or from your past and you've been like stuck between options, they want you to know that you're going to have a different outcome this time because you're a different person at this point. So don't be afraid. All right. We have what you need to do to harness the energy of this full moon with my Egyptian Tarot and Moonology cards. Let's see. We have the 8 of Cups. We have the 5 of Cups, or chalices. And you have the Death card. You want to harness this full moon's power and energy in the way that you're supposed to, my power force. You got to let go. The Death card, the 8 of Cups, and the 5 of Cups were all reversed. This makes me feel like somebody who needs to change, but they are afraid. Maybe you made a huge shift or a change in your past and it caused total chaos. Maybe you've walked away from something thinking the pasture was green, only to find it wasn't. A new outcome is coming through, okay? Expect different results. You have to allow something to die for something new to be reborn in a figurative way, okay? You're clinging to something and you don't realize it. With the 5 of Cups reverse, it gives me a feeling of you're holding on to something that disappointed you. And maybe you're hoping things will change, or you're hoping that you can just deal with it. I don't know why you would cling to something that already seems to have disappointed you. But there's a need for you to really let this go. Let this energy go. You know, because it's going to keep pulling you back into a feeling of regret, a feeling of being stressed and concerned about something that you cannot change, something that at this point needed to transition and you needed to accept. Okay. New moon in Cancer. Relax. You're doing too much, my power force. You need to relax. You need to rest. I feel like, my power force, you do not rest much. And because of this, your emotions may be feeling a little wild too under this full moon. By getting more rest, by relaxing, you will harness this full moon energy a lot better. Last quarter moon in Gemini, clear your mind. Yeah, there's a need for you to get out your head big time. Meditate. But I'm also feeling like you need to get into a new setting, a new scenery. Maybe your environment doesn't allow you to declutter your mind, doesn't allow you to relax much, my powerfuls. You need to find space and time when you can relax, when you can meditate and just empty your head. You're overthinking some things and you just need to let them go so that they can finally transform and be what you need. All right, let's get you some life advice you need right now from Rumi and Mother Mary. So this is your Rumi card. Interesting. And it says passion for purpose. Love, like life, flows through the heart. Your heart is questing for deeper meaning. It desires certainty as to your sacred task for this lifetime. I call to you now, the you that is beyond your mind, the you that is your heart. To that you, I ask, what stirs the passions of your nature? Do that. Be that. So your advice, special life advice that you needed right now is maybe you're feeling torn between your higher purpose or what you're meant to do. And Rumi's advice is to look within your heart and ask yourself, what really gets you passionate? What gets you open, gets you hyped and excited? That's what you need to be doing. Okay, so maybe you're clinging to something that no longer is serving you, your passion, and it's time for you to release it to do something that does serve your passion and your heart. And Mother Mary's advice, this is your card. And it says, Our Lady of the Sacred Sun, and not the sun in the sky, the boy sun. Within your heart is a love that is unconditional, compassionate, and healing. From that love emerges wisdom and the capacity to make choices based on what holds essential meaning and value to your soul. Could that be the same thing as what stirs your passion? It takes courage and strength to live your life authentically and honestly. Even if resistance arises at times, you can trust that only goodness and grace comes from living in such truth. You are being told to live your truth. This is the only way you will be happy and fulfilled, as well as fulfill your life purpose in this lifetime. You have got to answer the calling of your heart and your soul. Okay, that's your advice. Now, how is this full moon going to affect you? Expect powerful change, new moon eclipse. Wow, so something is going to be brought down. This makes me feel like a tower moment. Something is going to be moved out of your life so that something else that is much brighter can be brought in. A powerful change is happening at this time under this full moon energy. And I do feel with these two life advice cards that the change is going to come in your career or what you do and what you offer to the world. Now let's see what challenge you're going to overcome. We have Kanum, resourcefulness. So I think at one point you had a challenge in really feeling like you had people to call on, the knowledge within yourself to reach for, the money, I feel, finances. When I think of resourcefulness, it makes me think of someone who finds a way. They're resourceful. They use everything that they have learned, everything they have gained, and everyone, and they're able to move forward in that way. So I feel a challenge you're going to overcome is feeling like you have a lack of resources. And also for some of you, I feel like feeling like you have to be the resource for everyone else. You're going to overcome that challenge and you're going to start to be a resource for self. Okay. Your advice about your life purpose. Do not be frustrated. Let go and feel peaceful. there's a need for you to really let go and relax. You keep getting reminded to relax, clear your mind, let go, relax. So maybe you're in your head too much. Maybe you've been wishing and hoping for something and you feel like you're not getting there. You're not reaching it. You're unclear about where you're supposed to be headed. Maybe figuring out your purpose has been very frustrating. And they want you to just let go of that. Stop trying to figure it out. And just be at peace. And once you do that and you relax and you clear your mind, everything will start to fall into place. Some advice about your dreams in general. Stop and take in the view. You're doing a lot, huh? They keep telling you to stop. Take stock of the treasures you've earned. It's time for you to stop and really, really look around you and reassess. You've reached many of your dreams, powerful. And you always have another one that's like another mountaintop you want to reach. But you're at the top of a mountain already at this moment. And you're like, stop for a minute. Enjoy what you've created in your life and what you've created within yourself. You've earned a lot of treasures, a lot of great things. I'm inspired to read that card for you from the book, The Hero's Journey, if you're interested in that oracle. Okay. So there's a quote here from Sarah Van Breathnach, and it says, "Whatever we are waiting for, it will surely come to us, but only when we are ready to receive it with an open and grateful heart." You might notice you get stuck in strive or drive mode, powerful, and forget to pause from time to time. Look around and take inventory of the blessings and treasures you've earned and learned along the way. You have to make regular stops to take in the view. It's a must for sustaining steady progress over the long haul. You've accomplished a great deal, but the real test is whether you can accept the blessings that are a result of your hard work. Can you stop and be filled with appreciation for all you've accomplished thus far? It is now time to be showered with blessings, whether you are deep in the valley or on the mountain peak. Revel in the rewards of your journey thus far. Quell your worries about the false notion that a reverie will make you weak, complacent, or an egomaniac. In fact, take heart knowing that delighting in love and appreciation will give you the strength to journey further, thus multiplying the gifts you can share with others. And your mantra should be, there is no there. There is only here. Live in the moment. Take a breath and enjoy it. And here is something you must learn now, and it says inspiration. Your message is, your love, light, and wisdom touch the hearts and minds of many. You will be instrumental in helping another person change the course of their life. Miracles, inspiration, and healing result. I feel like you just got clarity on your life purpose, powerful. You are meant to be instrumental in helping other people change the courses of their life. You have a love, light, and wisdom that touches the hearts and minds of many. Now that you know what you're meant to do, now all you need to do is figure out how. How will you manifest it? Okay, I'm going to put that right here. Inspiration. Let's get you some advice about your love life. It says drop into your heart. Drop into your heart. Maybe you're not really being very open-hearted at this time. I don't know. So let's see why you need to drop into your heart. I'm feeling like maybe you're in your head. It's still a reminder to get out of your head. There's a place of light within that no darkness can touch. It cannot be shamed. It can never be made impure. It is never lost or darkened or unavailable to us. Though we may forget sometimes sitting in a darkened room and not realizing that we can stand up and walk into the light so close to us, just on the other side of the doorway to the heart. Whatever may arise, great joy, great sorrow, drop into your heart and offer it to the divine, gently bowing your forehead to your hands in prayer. Connect mind to heart. Let yourself have some peace. Wow, that's crazy. They keep telling you this. Let yourself have some peace. It wants you, you know. This oracle brings you an offering. The divine would like you to offer whatever is bringing your heart trouble or, of course, joy. The divine would like to receive this from you as a gift, that it may return to you some special blessing. Place your hands at your heart and in genuine reflection, perhaps you may choose to offer your heart burden or light now. Either will be joyfully received by the divine, and you shall be graced with a gift in return. Aww. I wrote a poem called Longing, and there's a poem that accompanies this, a short one called Longing. And it says, the dance to move beyond the feeling that draws me forward to a place born within that calls my soul to feel complete. Very deep. Okay. I wanted to elaborate on this card, but Spirit's telling me the message was received in the way that it needed to be and to keep it moving. Okay. So hopefully you received what you needed to receive from that message. But yeah, if you've gone through any heartache or you're having any great joys in love, send it up to the divine and let the divine bless you. And let's see how else you're being blessed with this full moon coming in now and how you should use the blessing. Goddess Kali and Black Obsidian. Goddess Kali makes me feel like someone cutting away negative energy and protecting you from any negative energy. Sacred Revolution. So guys, I have to confess, I was drawn to pile 3 and to pile 4. Both of the blessings are sacred. Very interesting readings today, period. All right, so we have the Goddess Kali and Sacred Revolution, and I'm going to read you the message from the book. And Obsidian, Black Obsidian. I actually have Black Obsidian. I have a necklace of Black Obsidian. But I guess that will also help you in harnessing this blessing that's coming in. So the message says, we bring you the empowerment of Sacred Revolution. Revolution comes when a cycle of authority or power is ending. It has become inadequate for the task of leadership now required, and a new order must be established in its place. It is not simply a chapter within a book drawing to a close, but an entirely new book, perhaps an entirely new genre opening up, according to divine will unfolding. In such cases, subtle change is not going to cut it. You need radical action to bring about the new order. That new order may be in your world or in your own being. When revolution is sacred, the new order will be that which allows you to become more of yourself to successfully attain your spiritual goals. And Kali is a goddess not known for her subtlety. In the spiritual tradition from which she originates, she is called on in times of war when demons seem to be getting the upper hand. She's the only warrior determined and vicious enough to destroy the destroyers. She's unstoppable, except for when divine consciousness tells her that her job is done. Her appearance marks a time of sacred revolution that cannot be stopped until it has come to successful completion. So when the Oracle of Sacred Revolution comes to you, you can be sure that you and your life are going to change. It might feel as if your hand is forced, or even if you are choosing to go with the process, that it is wild and out of your control. It will be, but that doesn't make it unloving or unsafe. When revolution is sacred, it is divine love realigning your life. And although there will probably be chaos, you can be sure that the new order eventually imposed will be worth it. Viva la revolution. And so much love and luck to you in this huge change that's coming. You are being blessed with a sacred revolution, meaning that within and around you, things are going to completely change without you even having to do anything. So get out your head, relax, clear your mind, don't be frustrated, drop into your heart and expect a powerful change, because that's exactly what a sacred revolution is. And make that choice that you know you need to make. Follow your heart, your passion's purpose. Be inspired and be an inspiration. And that goes to all of you here. I love you guys. Y'all give me life. I enjoy tapping into spirit and giving you these readings. I feel that's my life purpose as well, as showing you how to heal yourself through dance and how to intuitively guide yourself and listen to your inner notions and hits, and still come and get, some clarity and some guidance from mentors or those further along the journey for you. And I just felt moved to say that. I don't know why. Please give me a thumbs up if you love me and my channel and this reading, and subscribe if you like the way I read, or dance or teach. There's a whole lot of things on this channel. Just check them out. And if you like a weekly forecast, subscribe to Patreon. Only $5.55 a month. Like what? Anyway, read the description, see how else we can link up. Sending y'all so much light and love and peace and blessings and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. Love and light, y'all, again, always. Also, guys, if you have a moment, check out Lay's Way or Lay Night, original artist. She does a weekly STEAM enhanced poetry platform. There's a topic each week. You can write out what you feel. You can record yourself, or you can send her the poem and ask her to read it. However you want to do it, search it up. It's on YouTube as well. All genders, all walks of life, all nationalities, it doesn't matter. You can write it out. And as she says, it's therapeutic. So she's STEAM certified. Check her out, Lay Night. I also have another STEAM certified sister, Diane Forte Ekins, who is offering chakra healing sessions each month. So if you're interested, look her up on Facebook. She's also known as Femme Forte. And I think I've done enough plugging today. Oh, I also have a dope retreat coming up in January to Guinea, West Africa. So if you would like information on that, it's going to be amazing. And this is the only place I'm going to reveal this. There's going to be a huge wedding dunumba during this retreat. Somebody's getting married. Okay. And that's all I'm going to say. If you want info about the trip, you can message me or write it in the comments, or send me your email address if you want to know how to do that. It's the same way you would book a personal reading. So look in the descriptions. My email is in there, and just put it in the subject, put it in the email, whatever, and I'll send you the info. Again, love and light, y'all. Peace, blessings, and all that good stuff. Can't get enough of that good stuff, huh? That comes from being a part of this light tribe. Bye.